Okay, part 2 of my morning ritual, during the week at least. So I finished my workout, hence a little bit more sweaty and terrible hairdo, but I thought I'd come on and be real and just show it basically how it is. So I finished my workout, that I have set to do, and then while I'm cooling down, I get my coffee turned on, and so that by the time I'm finished, it's ready. So here's my little pot of coffee. So I'm gonna pour that while I'm talking to you. So I make my coffee on the stove using traditional Italian, Spanish, whatever, I don't know who invented it, on stovetop coffee pot. So I know some resets you go off caffeine. I've tried that before, and as I don't drink a lot, I feel like it's not something is important to me to do, and I always feel really terrible. And while I'm okay with feeling terrible and hungry to do a reset cleanse, not feeling great about having a headache and trying to work. So I have my coffee, I have a bit of cream in it, and then I do like it a little sweet. So a long time ago, I gave up sugar in my coffee, and now I have honey. So I put a little bit of honey in there, and we're good to go. So usually what I do is, because I work from home, as many of you do during COVID, I will make my coffee, and I'll actually turn on my computer, get it set up so that once I'm actually dressed and ready for work, that I can just sit down and start. So I usually have my first few sips of coffee. Doing that, if I was going to do it better, I'd suggest like really enjoying those first few sips of coffee and having a mindful moment with that, smelling the coffee, tasting it, and appreciating it before jumping into doing something else. So, but here we are, and it's late today, so I'm just going to have that first sip of coffee in front of you in this beautiful mug that I did not make, but is made by a beautiful maker. So sometimes what I'll do is, to make sure that I do start work on time, I'll also prep my smoothie before. So I've got my blender, and today I'm making a really simple smoothie. It's a bit of more of a reset smoothie, very simple, no extra protein in it other than protein powder. So usually I'll put in about 4 ice cubes. What I do is I ripen bananas, and then I peel them and cut them in half, because a half is the perfect amount for a smoothie. So then I always have them in the freezer. So I'll dump that in. Spinach, because we try to add those extra veggies in where we can. So I buy organic spinach. It's already cleaned, and I throw like a handful of two in there. And then another important ingredient is there's usually some sort of fruit. Like I said, today is a very basic smoothie. If you're looking at something different and ideas, I can certainly send you to some resources. So in terms of the additional fruit, I do about this has got a half a cup of frozen strawberries. That might have been a little generous. You can, again, something you can keep in your freezer. I got these at Costco, and they're organic, and they last for a long time. So those are great. And then another good thing to add is some chia seed. Sometimes I make this into a gel. If you don't like the texture of chia seed in your smoothie, you can make a gel by adding some to water, and you can leave it in the fridge for a few days, but I didn't do that, so I'm just going to sprinkle it in. And because I'm going to be eating this later on, like after my bath, I'm not too worried about it. If you want to add a bit of creaminess to it, you can add some yogurt, coconut yogurt, or dairy, depends on what you do. I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to add my favorite protein powder. So this is Sunwarrior Warrior Blend Vanilla protein powder. You can get plain as well and chocolate, but I usually just keep this large one of vanilla on hand. It works for pretty much everything. This one is organic, it's keto friendly, it's vegan. What else about it? It has something in it that makes it sweet, but it's not sugar. I think it's probably stevia or something. I'm not sure. Blah, 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 stevia, yeah, stevia extract, yeah. So that's what's in here. So then, oh, well, okay. I'll put in a scoop of that. And then just a cup of water. Because of the protein powder, if you blend it long enough, you will, it will be surprisingly creamy. But you can, if you want, use like an almond milk or a cashew milk or something like that. You can use dairy or yogurt. I'm not going to do that today just because I want to keep this simple. And that's it. I actually make my own almond milk, so if you're interested in learning how to do that, there's lots of resources online. I learned through Joy's Health, so that's someone to look up. Anyways, I'm going to blend that, but I'm not going to put you through that. So there's the contents of my smoothie. I will blitz it up. I will put it in the fridge, and so that when I'm ready to start work, it's going to be ready to go. So there you go. Part 2, my morning routine. Oh, I forgot one thing. The reward. So I've gotten this ready. I've got my coffee. The thing that I forgot to mention about morning routines and setting good habits is having a reward for that habit. So I mentioned a lot in my posts. So what I'm actually going to do right now is actually part 3, which I'm not going to film, which is my reward bath. So after I do a good workout, I actually do a nice short, because it's before work, but bath with beautiful bath salts that gets me feeling really good and gets me set for the day. So I always look forward to that, and it's been like 8 months that I've been doing this, and it still works as a reward. So anyways, now I'm really going. Cheers.